Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to game number 3 of our Ozone 12 and Under Division II 2024 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. We're coming at you live from Bossier City, Louisiana, where the state champions from the state of Mississippi are about to take on the state champions from the state of Tennessee. They're from Amory, Mississippi, and Waynesboro, Tennessee, and they're getting ready for the final game here on our field this afternoon. We had a bit of a delay. We were supposed to start this game around 1 o'clock, but the combination of weather and walks led for a rather long game number 2. But now we're ready for game number 3, and it'll be a dandy between these two. The starting lineup, here's how Mississippi, the visiting team, is going to line up. They'll have Dakota Solway, their shortstop, leading off. Max Parker Dixon, their first baseman, is batting second. Beckett Miller, the pitcher, will hit third. Miles Butler, the center fielder, hitting fourth. Chase Martin, the third baseman, hitting fifth. It'll be second baseman Kason Holt hitting sixth. Catcher Grayson Cruz hitting seventh. Lucas Prater, the right fielder, batting eighth. Left fielder Miles Thompson hitting ninth. Easton Eves hitting 10th. Jax Templeton hitting 11th. And there's a first pitch swing and a miss from the leadoff man, Dakota Solway. Here's the defense for Mississippi. At first base, Lake Brownlee. At second base is Ace Jones. We got a little short, quick liner to the pitcher, Zion Simmons, who retires the very first batter of the ball game. Dakota Solway on the line out 2 pitches into the game. Rest of the infield, Braxton Parker's at short, Colton Gregory's at third, Levi King's in left, JT Woods in center, Isaac Woods is in right field. Ground ball toward the shortstop, to Hopper. Across the infield with the throw, and that's Braxton Parker to Lake Brownlee. And tell you what, they've gone, 3 pitches into this, and we've got 2 outs already for Tennessee. Behind the plate, Colton Williams, and you've seen the big lefty, Zion Williams, on the mound for Mississippi. He's got 2 outs, and swing and a miss by Beckett Miller. Well, the last game drug along. If Zion Simmons is any indication, this one may fly by. 2 outs quickly. He misses with a fastball wide. It's first left-handed pitcher we've seen so far today. Of course, it's a bit hard to see the uniforms because, after all, they are using the gray camouflage for Ole Miss. And when misses wide, and Simmons behind now in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Population of Amory, Mississippi, about 6,700 people. They're founded back in 1887 as a railroad town. In fact, they've got the annual Railroad Festival every April. That's not a big deal or so. Just about 40,000 people tend to show up for it. 3 balls and a strike. That's ball 4. We spoke too soon. Simmons lost Beckett Miller after getting ahead 1 strike, missed on 4 straight pitches. And there's the first base runner for Tennessee. Tennessee out of Waynesboro. They were 5-0 in their state tournament. They beat Sweetwater in the finals. Got a Jack Nicklaus signature golf course in the area around Waynesboro. Of course, it's Waynesboro, Clifton, Wayne County. Something to the tune of about 2,700 people in their community. Apparently, they're very close to Hohenwald if you're a big fan of elephants. They've got an elephant sanctuary there. Pitch misses outside to number 4 hitter Miles Butler. I think that's been in operation since the mid-90s. Can't actually see the elephants, but apparently they've got a display and all about the sanctuary and what all they do. And there's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach for Tennessee, Barry Miller. Brandon Dixon and Brandon Solway are the assistants for Mississippi. Head coach is Daniel Williams. Terrence Simmons and Wayne Wilbanks are his assistants. All right. Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes now to center fielder Miles Butler. They shortened up the warm-ups for this game after the delay of the last one. So far on our field, Alabama 5-2 winner over Georgia to open up play. And then in the last game, Louisiana got out to a big lead, 13-2, and had to hold on. Well, South Carolina's runner-up from PD, South Carolina, that region of the state, rallied and made it the game, made it a 13-10 final score. This one hit into center field for a base hit. Second and heading to third, and sliding in safely is Beckett Miller. And so a walk and a single. And Tennessee's got a little something brewing here. Chase Martin to step into the plate now. This Tennessee team with one lefty. That's Max Parker Dixon, who we saw batting earlier. There's a unencumbered steal from Miles Butler. So runners are at second and third for Martin. Got one strike on the batter. First two hitters took a total of 3 pitches to get through, and since then it's been a walk and a single. And that one's down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, this is pool play. Win or lose doesn't really matter. All that matters is who you're going to see in the next round. Simmons misses wide. The winner of this game gets Georgia, who lost to Alabama earlier. That pitch outside misses. A runner at third took a look at coming home, but it held up last second, so he stays. Another field around us, Diana, Texas, champion there against Amherst, Virginia. Their matchup, swing and a miss, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Kason Holt. Mississippi trying to end this top of the first inning. Here's the pitch, 3-2, he misses inside. That one gets by the catcher, runner coming in from third, and Tennessee takes a 1-0 lead. Well, it was bad enough it was ball 4, but it also allowed the runner from third to come on in. So Martin gets on no RBI on that because Miller scored on basically the wild pitch. So 1-0 lead for Tennessee. Miles Butler went to third, and that pitch way off the mark by Simmons and allows Chase Martin to move to second base. So Simmons, who started out fast, has now run into a bit of a rut. After a line out and a ground out, it's been a walk, a single, a walk. As he faces second baseman Kason Holt. Misses high. And that's a 2-0 count. Simmons' body language changed a little bit. 2 balls and no strikes. First base is open. Fastball gets the outside part of the plate. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. Tennessee with 1 run so far here in the first. Boy, misses just off the plate. Simmons thought he had a strike there. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's a 3-1 delivery. That one obviously wide, ball 4. Third walk of the inning now. And Tennessee has loaded up the bases. And before we get the next batter, Mississippi's coach is coming out to talk to his pitcher and catcher on the mound. All right, so coming up for Tennessee, Grayson Cruz is next. He's the catcher. Again, Tennessee rolled through their tournament, didn't lose a game. Getting here to the World Series in Bossier. We started this game about 82, 83 degrees. Should not get much warmer today. We're expecting, because of the overcast skies and remnants of rain that have blown through this afternoon, that this should be about as high as we're going to get. And it should be pretty moderate temperatures until you get to about Monday, and then expect mid-90s. So, while you don't like the rain today, if you're sitting outside as an observer, it's kind of annoying, but it's not hot. You're not baking. You will be Sunday and Monday. Pitch high, ball one. Tennessee already with a 1-0 lead, looking for more. High, ball two. This feels a little bit like maybe Simmons overthrowing. A little jacked up early on. 2 balls and no strikes. He's thrown 23 pitches already in this inning. That's a good one. Let up it a little bit and drop that one in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. And it's 2-2. If Simmons works out of this and only gives up the 1 run, that's a pretty big moral victory for the young man on the mound. Two-two pitch. Whoa, way high. Good save by his catcher that time, as Colton Williams probably saved a run. 3 balls and 2 strikes now, and gives Simmons one more chance to get out of this. We mentioned in the other games, you don't really want to use any of your pitchers past 40 pitches. Swing, foul tip into the catcher's glove, and that's how the inning's going to end. Big end of it for Zion Simmons, who strikes out Grayson Cruz to end the inning. Tennessee gets 1 run. They do that on 1 hit. There were no errors and the bases left loaded. We're going to take a break. 1-0 Tennessee with the lead. Mississippi coming to bat when we return here on Game Day. All righty, welcome back. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Here's a lineup for the young men from Mississippi. It'll be Isaac Woods leading things off, the right fielder. Ace Jones, a second baseman, batting second. Zion Simmons, a pitcher, hitting third. First baseman Lake Brownlee is going to bat fourth. Catcher Colton Williams, fifth. Shortstop Braxton Parker bats sixth. It'll be Easton James, seventh. Batting eighth is Levi King, the left fielder. Colton Gregory, the third baseman, hitting in the 9 spot. Gunnar Wilbanks hitting 10th, and then center fielder J.T. Woods will bat 11th. On the mound, Beckett Miller. First pitch, a little foul ball on the swing by Isaac Woods. Defense for Tennessee has Max Parker Dixon at first, Kason Holt at second, Dakota Salway at short, Jace Martin at third, Miles Thompson in left, Miles Butler in center, Lucas Prater in right, Grayson Cruz behind the plate, and right-hander Beckett Miller on the mound. And he starts Woods out with a second pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 to Isaac Woods. This one lifted foul and out of play. Started looking at the people from Amory, Mississippi. Well, I tell you what, they got some guys they've sent to the big leagues. Pitch swung on and jerked foul, left field side, not a play. Ryan Maxey, who pitched for the Detroit Tigers back in the mid-90s, hails from the area. So does Mitch Moreland, who played for the Rangers, the Red Sox, and the A's, ended up with 186 career home runs. And in fact, recently, as much as, about 6-7 weeks ago, he was actually playing at Fenway Park, as this was a swing and a miss, and down goes Isaac Woods for the first out of the inning. Moreland was the first base coach for the American League in the 2024 Future All-Stars game, and played as one of the Red Sox in an exhibition game for the Savannah Bananas back in June. So Mitch Moreland's still hanging around the game. Pitch misses wide to Ace Jones, the second baseman for Mississippi. And, of course, also hailing from Amory, Mississippi is Butch Thompson. He's the head coach at Auburn. Been the baseball coach there for the last 8 years. No balls, one strike. This one, 1-0 rather, now fouled out of play, 1-1 on Jones. Zion Simmons is the on-deck batter for Mississippi. Pitch from Miller, that one misses low and outside. That one's right there. 2 balls and 2 strikes now for Ace Jones. I think he's bringing the coolest name to the tournament. The 2-2. Ground ball toward third. Glove there. Throw across the diamond just in time as Jace Martin, by a hair, throws out Ace Jones for the second out of this first inning. 1-0. Tennessee with the lead. 2 outs now as in steps Mississippi's starting pitcher, Zion Simmons. Simmons, left-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter. In fact, Mississippi's got the most lefties we've seen so far with 3 of them. Simmons, Lake Brownlee, and Gunnar Wilbanks are all lefties. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Swung on, lifted foul as Martin gives it a look, but it gets out over the dugout on the third base side for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball towards second. One hopper, bobbled a little bit, and then the throw way high as Kason Holt got a little panicked when that ball kind of ran up on him, and he threw it away. And so Simmons reaches base on the air by the second baseman, and that brings up another lefty, Lake Brownlee. So with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, Tennessee up 1-0. We're going to get a runner for Simmons. Pitch is outside, and off goes a runner trying to steal second, and he does. I didn't get a number on who came in to run, but That runner now on second base with the tying run. Pitch to Brownlee was a little outside, ball one. This one hard hit right past the second baseman in the center. Center fielder got the ball but didn't throw it into the plate. Now Miles Butler got the ball in plenty of time, and I think he kind of lost place of where the base runner was. Number 2, Ace Jones, was actually running for Zion Simmons, and they never threw the ball into the plate, and Jones just kept on coming all the way around and scored. So Brownlee with an RBI single. And we're tied up at 1. I told you, those camo uniforms, you can't see them out there. Kid standing at second base and just ran all the way around. Nobody paid attention to him. So we're even up at 1, and here's Colton Williams coming up now. Williams, the catcher. The runner at first base. It's a good-looking pitch, strike one. On deck for Mississippi is Braxton Parker. Kind of same mo as the top of the inning. First 2 outs recorded pretty easily, and then all of a sudden a little bit of trouble. Walk, single, walk, walk. Here we got strikeout and ground out to start the inning, and then an error and a single. Oh, that one head high at Colton Williams. And it counts a ball and a strike. That one a swing and a pitch a little bit high. Snap throw down to first, but runners back there pretty easily as like Brownlee didn't stray far from first base. Count now a ball and 2 strikes on Williams. Swing, got a piece of that to stay alive. So still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Colton Williams. Throw down to first. Looking over at the left side here, third baseman and left fielder both have the sunglasses up on the bill of their cap. There's no sun anywhere around today. Oh, and that one just about got Williams. I don't know how Williams didn't get hit by that. He went Matrix for a second, it looked like, and turned his body into a slinky. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner moves from first to second as Brownlee advanced on the pitch behind the batter. Miller coming back at him and got him looking. He struck him out looking for the final out of the inning. Mississippi picks up a run, though. There's 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 man left on. So we're through 1 full inning, tied up at 1. Come back for the top of the second. Tennessee coming to bat when we return here on Game Day. Now, welcome back to Bossier City. We're at the Tinsley Athletic Complex. We've got 10 different fields out here. Turf field, infield, grass outfields. Even though we've had a little bit of rain today, didn't really seem like much of a problem. The infield, where most of the action happens, is almost immediately dry as soon as that stuff comes down. They've got that field turf. And as we mentioned last half inning, there's not every school or not every team that comes here gets a chance to actually play on a turf field, so you don't really necessarily know if they've had that experience. This is why we're doing the pool play kind of stuff. A little change on the mound. So Blake Brownlee is going to move from first base over to the mound to pitch. Zion Simmons is going to move from the mound to first base. So you've got a little swap going on there. As 26 pitches was the number that Zion Simmons threw. Now Blake Brownlee is going to come in, and he will be the second pitcher for Mississippi today. Also had a couple other changes around the field. I just didn't pick all those up. Brownlee left-hander following Simmons a left-hander. So it's back-to-back lefties on the mound like they were back-to-back lefties in the batting order. Giving them a chance to warm up a little bit, get a little taste of some live action before we head to the elimination games. Of course, we'll start wins and losses tomorrow, counting towards who advances each time. Brownlee's about to face the bottom part of the order. It'll be the 8, 9, 10 hitters. Lucas Prater, Miles Thompson, and Easton Eves. If it comes down to it, number 11 hitter Jax Templeton would come up as well. All right, and away we go as Tennessee comes back to the plate. A little change of the arm guard.
Now hitting for Tennessee.
Colton Williams got a different arm guard on. Mississippi's got their signals to their catcher onto the arm of the catcher so that in case he's trying to transition signals in, he knows exactly what his coach is wanting. So Lucas Prater to lead things off. First pitch, a strike one. Brownlee misses on the second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mississippi and Tennessee going at it here in game 3 on our field this afternoon. This one kind of poked towards center and it'll drop in there. Prater didn't get all of it, but he got enough to get it over the infield and into center field for a leadoff single. Tennessee got a man on first to open up an inning for the first time today. Miles Thompson coming up now, left fielder. Thompson batting from the right side against Brownlee. Pitch from Brownlee, a little outside. Brownlee got a different delivery than we saw with Simmons. It was a little smoother. He's got more of a wrist snap kind of delivery. Thompson, no batting gloves. He just goes barehanded. Pitch a little bit high to him. For ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. You can see over at first base, our runner's got his sliding mitt on already. It's kind of been all the rage the last couple of years. Showing bunt, and that one catches the outside part of the plate for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, top of the second. 1-1 ball game between Tennessee and Mississippi. Tennessee in the gold and black. Mississippi in the camo and white. Swing and a miss. Thompson trying to wait that one out and waited a little too long. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Easton Eves, the on-deck hitter for Tennessee. Wind is gone now. Flags in the outfield all just hanging limp. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one high, ball 3. And the 3-2 pitch on the way from Brownlee. Oh, it's a good one as he freezes Miles Thompson. Strikes him out looking for the first out of the second inning. Second strikeout for Mississippi pitchers. Easton Eves up now. Eves rocking the single arm pink sleeve. He bats from the left side, only lefty in the Tennessee lineup. Pitch down low. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. Brownlee throws his 10th pitch of this inning. And that one's a foul as he's a little underneath it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jax Templeton, the last hitter in the lineup, is the on-deck hitter now for Tennessee as they'll roll around to the top of the order. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one missing outside 2-1. Outfield shading a little bit towards left field to the right-handed hitting Easton Eves. Center fielder way over. There's a big gap in right center right now. And he poked it the other way. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on first base, Lucas Prater. He reached on a single to lead off this inning. This is the last of the games we'll have on this field today. Back at it again tomorrow morning. Swing and a miss. And there's out number 2. So back-to-back strikeouts for Lake Brownlee.
Up to bat number 24, Jax Templeton.
Tomorrow we start at 10 o'clock. It'll be Florida, who was the winner in Game 1. And I don't know who lost on the other field in that second game. We'll have to figure out, but they will get Florida. On field number 9, it's Alabama, and they're going to get the loser of this game. South Carolina lost in the other one. Okay. All right, Jax Templeton, the last hitter on the lineup, looks at the first pitch up high. 1-1 ball game, 2 outs. Still runner at first base. Prater, after back-to-back strikeouts, so stranded him there. There's a pitch to Templeton. Looked like it got in there a little low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the order is waiting. There's the pitch. Swung on and just got a piece of that to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Like Brownlee trying for the 3 strikeouts in a row. He's got a 2-2 count now on Jax Templeton. Here's the pitch. He got a piece of this and fouled it back into the screen. Pitch that was in on his hands and managed to get around on it. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Got him looking. So Brownlee gives up a single to open up the inning and then strikes out in order Thompson, Eves, and Templeton to end the second inning. There were no runs for Tennessee. They had 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on. They've left on 4 through 2 innings. We'll take a break. We're coming back for the bottom of the second, all knotted up at 1. You're on Game Day. Welcome back. We get ready for the bottom of the second inning. It looks like Braxton Miller is going to be back on the mound. Beckett Miller, rather, back on the mound for second inning worth of work. A little change in the Tennessee defense as Easton Eves moves into left field for Miles Thompson. Beckett Miller, you would expect they're looking for him to try to get out of this inning quickly and throw no less than about, let's see, he's thrown 21 pitches in that first inning, so he's got 19, 18 left if you want to make sure he can throw tomorrow. For Mississippi, it'll be Braxton Parker, Easton James, and Levi King. 6, 7, 8 hitters coming in.
Up to bat for Mississippi. Number 1.
So here's
Braxton
shortstop Braxton Parker to lead things off. Looks like every one of these guys has that sliding mitt in their back pocket. It's kind of a fashion statement now, I think. You don't want to match your uniform necessarily. It's kind of like a soccer goalie. First pitch outside for ball 1. Miller on the mound for a second inning worth of work. He gave up 1 run in the first, struck out 2, and gave up a 1 base hit. 1 ball, no strikes. Make it 2-0 as he's wide on the breaking ball. And Miller ready. This one fouled back. 2 balls and 1 strike to Parker. Max Parker Dixon at first, Kason Holt at second, Dakota Solway at short, Jace Martin at third, Prater in right, Butler in center, and Easton Eves is in left. Grayson Cruz behind the plate. Miller gets a swinging strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Braxton Parker. Parker's got the pants about hiked up as far as you can go, I think. Swing and a miss as he goes down on strikes. That is strikeout number 3 for Beckett Miller. There's 1 out here in the second inning, and in will step is Easton James. James, a number 7 hitter in the lineup. Swing and a miss. James, another one of the young men opting to not use the batting gloves, going barehanded. Some guys just like the feel of that better. Swing and a miss on that one, and now it's 0-2. The other guys are like, nope, I can't stand the feel of that. I don't like blisters. I'm using the batting glove. Coach calling Easton James over to give him a few last words. This old Mississippi coaching staff: Daniel Williams, Terrence Simmons, and Wayne Wilbanks. All right, here's the pitch. Popped up back behind home plate in foul territory, and it falls near the on-deck circle on the first base side, where they'll come back and do it again. Still 0-2. Levi King, the left fielder, waiting on deck. All right, no balls and 2 strikes. Here's Miller's delivery. Poked forward the first baseman, can't come up with it, and it's a base hit into right field. You know, James looked outmatched an entire at-bat until he got bat on ball and then smacked it right by Max Parker Dixon at first base. And with 1 away, here's Levi King now. At 29 pitches, we're down to about 10 for Beckett Miller, so he can still be available tomorrow. Pitch inside and low for ball 1. May have gotten the home plate umpire. King's got the cool bomb pop bat. Little red, white. Oh, that's right. A little red, white, and blue there. This one popped up into foul territory. Dixon's got it for the second out of the inning. And Colton Gregory comes up. Gregory, the third baseman, number 9 in the batting order. So with 2 away, Miller still with 9 pitches left in his pocket before he tops the 40 pitch mark. Gets a swinging foul ball back to the screen for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Gunnar Wilbanks is the on-deck hitter. Swing and a miss. Tell you what, he's getting lots of swings and misses from Mississippi batters. Count now 0-2 to Colton Gregory. And the pitch just inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Playing in the bottom of the second. 1-1 game between Tennessee and Mississippi. And that one, swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the second, kind of like he got in the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. And through 2 full innings, we're tied at 1. We'll take a break, come right back for the top of the third here on Game Day. All righty, welcome back. Top of the third inning. Mississippi bringing its 3rd pitcher into the game. They started this game with Zion Simmons. Then they went to Lake Brownlee, and now it's Colton Gregory going to get a chance to throw. Both those first 2 pitchers with 26 and 18 pitches respectively. Gregory's going to get a chance now on the mound. He's waiting for his catcher, though. That's a problem. Got to have a catcher. And the second substitution looks like we're going to have, I think Zion Simmons out of the game as we'll move Brownlee back over to first base. All right, finally we get our catcher as Woods gets resituated. This is Isaac Woods. Woods started in right field. He's going to be behind the plate now. And our original catcher, Colton Williams, has moved out of that spot for this inning. All right, so Gregory doing his thing. We're going back to the top of the order for Tennessee. It'll be Dakota Solway, Max Parker-Dixon, and Beckett Miller, who are scheduled to bat here in the 3rd inning. This game's about reaching the 45-minute mark, so we're about halfway through with this one, around a 90-minute clock. So you get to 90 minutes, you're out of time. Tomorrow we start not elimination games, but losses that count games. They'll begin at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Round 1 of those games will happen on field 9 and 10. The second round will happen at noon. The third at 2 o'clock. So we've got 3 games each scheduled for the 3 fields tomorrow, if the weather cooperates tomorrow. And we'll get ready to roll into Saturday with teams on the verge of elimination. Half the teams will have already suffered 1 loss by then, and you're playing for your life. Most of these teams ended up winning their state tournaments, usually by sweeping their way through. So they didn't have to worry about having to get into the loser side of the bracket and trying to figure out how to manage pitching. You just won and move on and win 5 games, and you pretty much work your way through it. Well, a lot of these teams are going to, for the first time, have to face what happens when I'm on the wrong side of the bracket and having to survive with that. All right, Dakota Solway, who lined out to the pitcher on the second pitch of the game, steps in now. He'll be facing a new pitcher and right-hander, Colton Gregory. First two pitchers that Mississippi brought to the mound were both lefties, so this is a first chance to see a righty for the Tennessee batters. And the first pitch is outside for ball one, and that one's right there. Maybe just off a little bit. Look closer. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. That one just on the handle of the bat and hit right back to the pitcher up in the air. That's twice now Solway has hit balls right back to the pitcher. The first one was Zion Simmons, who made a nice play at a lower ball. That one kind of just lollipopped towards the mound, and there's out number 1. Max Parker Dixon up now. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Swings at that one. It pops off the catcher and I think off the ear of our home plate umpire. You don't want to rub that ear now. Yeah, it's about the third time he's reached up and rubbed that thing. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one hit into the air, center field. Colin Ford making the catch. And just like that, we've got 2 outs. JT Woods out in center field.
Miller.
So quick 2 outs for Tennessee, and now the pitcher from our last 2 innings, Beckett Miller, is probably done on the mound now, I believe we were told. He walked and scored the only Tennessee run, rather, back in the first inning. Fastball, got a little piece of it for strike 1. What? This is the third pitcher that Mississippi's brought in here, and all 3 of them look like they can give you a little bit of work. Colton Gregory's not a bad-looking pitcher either. He's down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, Beckett Miller digging in, swings and misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Colton Gregory, unassuming young man, looks like on the mound till he gets the baseball, and all of a sudden he's a tiger out there. 1-2. And the pitch. Good looking fastball, a little inside. Miller able to lay off of that to make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Gregory came up a little high. And the count fills up 3 balls and 2 strikes. I don't know in the 3 games we've done so far if we've seen a 1-2-3 inning. Gregory's got a chance to do it. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nope, missed and almost hit Beckett Miller. So Miller on for the second time. He was walked in the first inning and got a walk here in this third inning. So with 2 outs, Miles Butler, who singled his first time up, comes up. Gregory's pitch down low on the wild pitch, and courtesy runner that came in, Max Parker Dixon, came in to run for Miller, takes second base on the wild pitch. This one hit to left field. That's going to drop and roll, and that's going to bring Max Parker Dixon all the way around from second base. RBI double by Miles Butler. And Tennessee goes on top by a 2-1 score. I believe that's 2 runs batted in now for Butler on his 2 hits. Got a single and a double. Tennessee with 2 outs. Seem to be rally monkeys, if you will. Here's Chase Martin now. He walked and got stranded on base back in the 1st inning. Good pitch by Gregory, called strike on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Ground ball foul. Almost got the on-deck hitter, almost got the third base coach. Almost went in the dugout. Counts 0-2. Kason Holt, the on-deck hitter. All right, Gregory set. Here's the pitch, 0-2. Misses a little wide. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-1 Tennessee with the lead. We're playing here in the top of the 3rd. Mississippi will bring the bottom 2 batters in their order up and then back to the top of the order. Swing and just got a piece of that. Does Martin. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch, right back to the pitcher. Kind of had a lot of backspin on it. Grabbed by the shortstop, throw in time, and that'll end it. Braxton Parker, nice job following up on a ball with a lot of backspin on it. They'll get the out, retire the side, but not before Tennessee picks up a run. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and a man left on base. 2.5 innings in the book. It's 2-1 Tennessee with the lead. Back for the bottom of the 3rd when we continue here on Game Day. A new pitcher on the mound for Tennessee. Kason Holt will take over after Beckett Miller went 2 innings.
For Tennessee, number 10, Kason Holt.
He managed to get out of his 2 innings without hitting 40 pitches, so he's good to go tomorrow. Holt will take over now, the right-hander. And he'll get to face, as we said, Gunnar Wilbanks, J.T. Woods, and then Isaac Woods. The bottom 2 and back to the top of the Mississippi batting order. Grayson Cruz behind the plate, going to catch the last warm-up toss from Kason Holt, and we're ready to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-1 Tennessee with the lead. You know what, though? Mississippi has shown us they got 3 pretty good pitchers. Now the question is, does Tennessee have more than Beckett Miller that they showed? Well, there's a huge gap in left center in the first pitch. They're really moving fielders over into right center for the left-handed hitting Gunnar Wilbanks. That ball goes over the shortstop's head. It may roll all the way to Shreveport. Pitch was a little outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Wilbanks. Inside ball 3. And ball 4. So it took 4 pitches. And Gunnar Wilbanks gets on base with a free pass. That's the first walk handed out by Tennessee pitchers. And now J.T. Woods, the center fielder, comes up. Pitch high and inside. Runner's going to steal second base fairly easily as Wilbanks was off and running. Pitch inside for a ball, and it's 1 ball, no strikes to the number 11 hitter. Tying run at second now for Mississippi. Pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Woods didn't necessarily like that call. Holt's pitch. Nope, low and outside. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike. And this is Division II of Ozone. Division I next week. Oh, a little pickoff behind the runner and almost got the guy at second base. Saw the facial reaction, I think, from J.T. Woods at home plate. Thought, whoa, that was a nice move. He almost got thrown out at second base. He did not play poker well on that. Swing and a foul back to the screens. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right. A little surprised they don't bunt more, to be honest with you, so far. I mean, seen 3 games, you almost feel like, boy, if you just bunt the ball, you get on base. It's such a hard thing for the fielders to come in and try to make that play. That ball gets by the catcher, and over to third will go Gunnar Wilbanks. So tying run at third base, nobody out here in the third. 2-1 ball game, counts now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to J.T. Woods. Ball 4, missed outside. So walk to open the inning for Mississippi. And they're back to the top of the order, Isaac Woods. Woods struck out, leading off the ball game.
26, Isaac Woods.
So Wilbanks is at third, Woods is at first, and Isaac Woods up. And well, they don't even wait. They send the runner going from first to second. And now the runner from third to home, and now the first runner from second to third. Well, very quick base running. They wasted no time, did Mississippi, sending that runner from first to second. They drew the throw, and as soon as they did, Gunnar Wilbanks took off for home plate. He scored easily, and then the throw back never got back in time, and Woods ended up at third base. So we're tied up at 2, and now for Isaac Woods, his runner at third base is the go-ahead run. I didn't see where that pitch went, if it was in there or not. It's showing 1-0, and we're going to get somebody on the mound quickly. Tennessee decided they wanted to come out and have a little discussion about what's been going on. That little throwing the ball around thing didn't sit well with Tennessee's coach. Barry Miller comes out to make sure everybody's got their mind right. Tennessee in this game now with 2 runs on 3 hits. They've left 5 on base. Mississippi with 2 runs. They've gotten just 2 hits, and they've left 2 on base so far. Nobody out here in the third. And umpire's letting this conversation go on for a little bit, and that's going to be all. As Tennessee coach heads back to his dugout. See if he's got his infield right now. One ball, no strikes on the batter. Isaac Woods shows bunt, and it's bunted back into the screen. It's a ball and a strike. Don't dislike that move, though. That's a chance to get the lead and a lot of pressure on the defense. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ace Jones, the second baseman, on deck for Mississippi. Again, they'll try to bunt. This one out in front of the plate. They'll get the run. Even though the out's recorded at first base, Woods gives himself up to get the run, and Mississippi goes in front by a score of 3-2.
Now up to bat, number 2, Ace Jones.
So base is cleared. Mississippi picked up 2 runs in that bottom part of the order. Number 10 and 11 guys got walks, stole bases, forced bad throws, and managed to come around and score on that bunt by Isaac Woods. So with 1 out now, Woods comes up. First pitch is inside to him. Woods grounded out to third his first time up. Mississippi leading for the first time in this game now, 3-2. That pitch in on the hands, and Jones fouled that back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Zion Simmons. Pitch from Holt, low, ball 2. Beckett Miller started through 2 innings, struck out 4. Didn't walk anybody. Holt's come in, had a little bit of trouble with control early on. He gets that one past a swinging Ace Jones. And now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and that one came in on and got Jones right at the small of the back, it looked like. He's on base being hit by a pitch. There's 1 more game left to play here today. That will be on the neighboring field, Arkansas, getting ready to play against the folks from Louisiana. So Zion Simmons up. Now, Simmons reached on an error by the second baseman, scored his position anyway, scored the first run of the game for Mississippi. Still 1 out here in the inning. Jones off and running. Pitch a little outside, and Crew can't get it out of his glove to throw it and lost control of it. And there is no throws. Jones steals second base. So Mississippi wastes no pitches getting ready to run. They get on base, they're going. Here's the pitch to Simmons. Swings and gets just a piece of that for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. They do not like being on first for very long. Simmons swings on one, hits it a long way over the head of the right fielder. He's around first towards second. Runner on second base around third. He's going to come in to score. And Mississippi goes on top by a 4-2 score as Ace Jones comes in from second to score on the double by Zion Simmons.
Now up to bat number 9, Blake Brownlee.
Three runs across for Mississippi here in the third inning. They take a 4-2 lead. Blake Brownlee, who singled and knocked in a run, comes to the plate. First pitch to him, outside, ball 1. This one's hit in the air. Shortstop back behind second base, where Solway is going to make the catch for out number 2. So this inning began with a walk to Wilbanks, a walk to Woods.
Williams.
Isaac Woods put down a bunt that scored a run. Ace Jones got hit by a pitch. Came around to score on Simmons' double. And now Brownlee popped out. So we've got 2 outs, runner at second base. And Colton Williams, who struck out to end the first, is up there. He looks at a first pitch, ball 1. We'll make it ball 2. That's past the catcher, and Simmons jogs down to third base. 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball towards short. Always got it. Throw in time, and that will end the inning. But Mississippi picks up 3 runs and takes a 4-2 lead. They get 3 runs, courtesy of 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We're done with 3. 4-2, Mississippi with the lead. We'll come back for the top of the 4th when we return here on Game Day. All right, welcome back. Chuck Zach along with you here on Texarkana Game Day. We got another new pitcher coming in for Mississippi as Easton James becomes the 4th pitcher of the afternoon. Pitch for Mississippi. They had Zion Simmons for 1 inning, Luke Brownlee for 1 inning, Colton Gregory for 1 inning. And with a 4-2 lead, they'll go to Easton James now.
Go ahead.
Simmons going back into the game at first base. Mississippi's been very deliberate. They've got 1 inning per guy. They all throw something between about 18 and 28 pitches, and you go to the next guy.
Appreciate it.
So Kason Holt, Grayson Cruz, and Lucas Prater will face the 4th pitcher for Mississippi now that Mississippi's got a 4-2 lead. A couple of other defensive adjustments. Like I said, Simmons back into the game at first base, which I have a feeling as he moves into high school, that may be his natural position. He's got that first baseman move out there. He's got those nimble feet, good hands. All right, Kason Holt to lead things off. He walked back in the first inning and got stranded at first base. This is the number 6 hitter in the order. So 6, 7, 8 coming up for Tennessee. Again, trying to join the winners column on our field. And the first pitch inside and low for ball 1. Of course, we're field 10 over on field 9. Right now, it looks like we've got Texas and Virginia probably getting ready to finish up, swinging a foul, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. On our field today, we've had wins from Alabama over Georgia and from Louisiana in a crazy game with the runner-up from South Carolina. 13-10's been the walk-fest game of the day so far over here. That's a good pitch in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kason Holt is Easton James, who wasn't on the field to start the game, now is coming to pitch in the 4th for Mississippi. James, another right-hander, so I had 2 straight lefties. Boy, a lot of bite on that ball, and look at that strikeout. So Holt goes down for the first out of the inning. We're going here in the 4th. And tell you what, Simmons came to the mound, so the whole infield, basically congratulating James, who's got a big grin on his face. I don't know what that pitch was that he threw, but he's still grinning about it. Grayson Cruz struck out in the first inning, and the shortstop I don't think was paying attention. That ball got hit right past where he was, and Cruz ends up with a 1-pitch single into left field. I'm not sure if Braxton Parker was looking there. And we'll get a runner that's going to come into the game as Kason Holt's going to come in now for Grayson Cruz. He'll run at first base. So with 1 away, here's Lucas Prater. Prater singled in the 2nd. The pitch is up a little high and inside for ball 1. 4-2 lead for Mississippi, as we play here in the top of the 4th inning. Throw over to first, diving back in there is Case and Holt. Tennessee jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the first. Mississippi matched it in the first. Tennessee scored again in the third with 1 run, and Mississippi got 3 runs in their half of the third. Fouled out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Lucas Prater. Miles Thompson is the on-deck hitter for Tennessee. Swung on, ground ball towards short. Scoop there, touch the bag, throw to complete the 6-3 double play, and that ends the 4th inning. No runs for Tennessee in the 4th. They had 1 hit and nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-2 Mississippi with the lead. Tennessee looking like they got a new pitcher coming in when we come back here on Game Day. All right, welcome back. We got lots of changes going on around us, but first one we'll start with is Dakota Solway is about to be the new pitcher for Tennessee as he takes over the mound. Becomes the 3rd pitcher for Tennessee today. Lucas Prater is going to be the new shortstop for Tennessee. This will be, as I said, pitcher number 3. Beckett Miller started this game for Tennessee, went a couple innings. Case and Holt went the 3rd inning, and now Solway is about to come in here in the 4th. His team trailing by score 4-2. For Mississippi, it'll be Braxton Parker, Easton James, and Levi King. 6, 7, 8 hitters scheduled to come to the plate. I don't know how we're doing on our time. I haven't looked at our time yet, but I'm assuming 15 minutes. So we probably are going to get 1 more inning in. Unless there would be another pitching change in the middle of this. You kind of feel like Mississippi will work their way through this, and Tennessee's going to get to start the 5th inning before we run out of time here. 4-2 lead for Mississippi. They come to the plate now. Again, middle-ish bottom part of their lineup.
Mississippi, number 1.
A chance to see
Parker.
Dakota Solway now. A shortstop. Usually that's where you stash your 2nd pitcher. Solway, a right-hander. And he starts off with a pitch a little bit high to Parker for ball 1. Parker struck out back in the 2nd. Ooh, this one hit hard and over the head of the 3rd baseman. Parker's got a hit. So a strikeout in the 2nd, a single here in the 4th.
Coming at the bat, number 8.
Easton James, who singled himself in the 2nd inning, now up. Again, trying to keep dry baseballs in play here. They get hit, especially when they make their way out to the outfield grass. That's a ball that's probably going to get a little wet. So umpire grabs that ball, brings a new one in. So Dakota Solway has got a fresh baseball to throw. First pitch high, there goes the runner. Again, Mississippi does not like runners on first base. And that was a little contact at 2nd base. I'm not sure if he slid hard into the bag or if the ball hit him. I don't know, the ball hitting him is not as big a problem, I would think, as it is sliding into that bag. And he's actually acting like, I don't know if he got hit in the side or in the shoulder. We've had 1 batter already, or 1 runner get hit, and he's looking at his left side ribs. That ball may have gotten him on the ribs. Either way, Mississippi does not dilly-dally with runners at first base. They're immediately sending them off to second. So Parker steals second base, counts 1-0 to Easton James. And if I'm scouting Mississippi for the future, I know as soon as I get a guy on, he's going. Swing and a miss, pitch up and out of the zone by James that time, and the count's ball and a strike. Playing here in the bottom of the fourth. (4-2) Mississippi with the lead. Pitch way outside, but Cruz does a nice job backhanding that. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Another one out there. They found a spot they like on Easton James. That's pitching outside that strike zone on the far end. He's reaching out at the last 2. Easton back in now. See if they go outside again. They try to. He won't go that time. And pitch gets by the catcher Cruz, and that allows Braxton Parker to move to third base. So full count now to the number 7 hitter, Easton James. And here's the pitch. Got him again, that pitch out of the strike zone. And there's 1 out here in the fourth. Tough pitch to lay off of. It looks like it's good in the outside part of the plate and just keeps moving away from you. Here's King up now. Levi fouled out to the first baseman his first time up. Swung on and fouls this one out of play behind the plate. You can hear the crowd giving the look out, heads up. Good crowd here at Tinsley Park today. A lot of folks here representing the region. Ball hit to center field, going back and making the catch. But tagging up is the runner at third, Braxton Parker. He'll come in to score on the sacrifice fly from Levi King, who picks up an RBI. And Mississippi picks up another run to make it a 5-2 lead.
Now to bat number 28, Colton Gregory.
So with 2 away, base is empty. Colton Gregory, who struck out in the second, comes up. Fastball, good one on the outside part of the plate for strike number 1. Go to Solway working here in the fourth. This one just a little wide, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball, shortstop. Throw across in time. And there you go, Lucas Prater to Max Parker-Dixon to end inning number 4. But the kids from Mississippi pick up another run. They do that courtesy of 1 hit. There were no errors and no runners left on base. 5-2 our score. We'll take a break and come back for the top of the 5th here on Game Day. All righty, welcome back. Easton James going back to the mound for a second inning worth of work. His Mississippi team up 5-2 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. For Tennessee, it's Miles Thompson, Easton Eves, and Jax Templeton, 9, 10, 11 hitters. Clock is the enemy of Tennessee as we are rolling down to the last 10 minutes. So, they would have to score at least 4 runs and force Tennessee to have to play.
Be a good example of sportsmanship.
If they don't, they're going to have to get 3 really quick outs against Mississippi to try to get in for a 6th inning. So you got lots going against you if you're Tennessee at the moment. They got to try to, first of all, they got to manufacture at least 3 runs, and they're going to try to get 4, obviously. In pool play, it's not so important. You're going to keep going for a winner. But it is determining who's going to play the next opponent tomorrow. And Easton James, who came in and pitched in the 4th inning, got a strikeout, gave up a single, and then managed to get a double play. That affords him the chance to come back out and throw a little bit more, since he only threw 13 pitches in that last inning. Okay, we'll remind you again, tomorrow we start broadcasts 10 o'clock tomorrow morning with game 1 on field 9, Alabama taking on, at the moment, what looks like it might be Tennessee. On field 10, Florida will be playing, and they get, I think you told me that South Carolina was the winner or loser of game 3. They were the loser, so it'll be South Carolina's West Columbia team against Avon Park, Florida at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. All right. In steps Miles Thompson, who struck out looking back in the 2nd. He looks at a first pitch for a called strike. And make it 1 ball, 1 strike, a little bit low on the pitch. Thompson's been playing out in left field today. And he leads off for Tennessee here in the 5th. That one bounces in. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. You may wonder, why is that home plate umpire walking that ball out there? Well, you make sure the catcher's got a chance to, if he's dinged up at all, he's got a chance to walk it off. In the old days, you'd sweep off the plate, but without dirt anymore, there's no reason to do that. This one swung on it, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the umpire's got to figure out a way to buy a little bit of time and not make it look obvious. So he walks the ball out to the pitcher on the mound instead of throwing it out there. 2-2 as we lead off the 5th. Here's the pitch. Ooh. Had a nice little spinner, but just a little bit low and outside as it dove out at the end. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Easton James to Miles Thompson. Here's the 3-2. Fouled back. We'll do it again. And Tennessee ran through their state tournament. Knocked off a pretty good Sweetwater team. And then the finals, they went 5-0. And how about strike 3? You can say this. Mississippi's got some pitchers. Simmons, Brownlee, Gregory, now James. Giving them 4 deep. And so Easton James now gets to pitch to Easton Eves. Let me just tell you this. Easton's going to do well in this at bat. I don't know which one, but one of them. Pitch high, ball 1. There's a swing, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing again. Oh, Easton James working on the outside of that plate to the left-handed hitter. Nice job. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little high that time as he stopped working away and tried to work back up and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. 5-2 Mississippi with the lead. There it is, strike number 3. It's 3 strikeouts for Easton James and his work, and here comes that entire infield in again. See if he's got that same big grin on his face when they finish.
Now batting number 20.
There it is. Whatever they're saying to him is making him laugh. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's Jax Templeton now. Templeton struck out to end the 2nd inning. And coach coming out to see his pitcher who's, no, I don't want to leave the mound right now, coach. Let me finish this off. I'm doing good. Yeah, I think what we're getting here is we're buying a little bit of extra time, even if it's an extra 30 seconds or so. Make sure we don't have a 6th inning. All right. Templeton in. Again, that grin from that pitcher throws one inside at Templeton. I don't know what the catcher's signal was, but whatever it was, it made Easton James laugh, and he almost plunked the batter doing it. 1 ball, no strikes. There it is again. And this one's way outside. Did 2 balls and no strikes. I don't know what it is, but whatever's going on between the catcher and the pitcher is certainly making the guy on the mound a little giggly. And here he is again with the grin. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball toward first base. Simmons scoops it up, touches the bag, and there's your 3rd out of the 5th inning. 5-2 Mississippi with the lead. I think they're going to say that's all the time she wrote. So Mississippi rallies back from a 2-1 deficit to win 5-2 and move themselves into a matchup tomorrow as the winner of their game here. They're going to move into the, let's see, 2 o'clock game tomorrow afternoon where they will take on Georgia. All right, well, that's going to wrap things up for us. Mississippi with the win, 5-2 over Tennessee. Tennessee will play tomorrow at, what time do we say? 10 o'clock in the morning. Mississippi will play 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, final score, 5-2 Mississippi with the win. That's going to wrap up game number 3 for us here on field number 10. You've been watching a presentation of Ozone Division II 2024 World Series action here on Texarkana Game Day.